A recent ruling by the Supreme Court is causing alarm among environmentalists while simultaneously being applauded by many within the farming and home building industries. The issue, wetlands, some of which are no longer protected. Wetlands are distinct ecosystems flooded or saturated by water, either permanently or seasonally. Previously, under the Clean Water Act, wetlands were universally protected, but under this latest ruling, now only wetlands that are connected to other bodies of water, such as rivers and lakes, are protected, meaning those standalone wetlands are not. Anchor Caitlin Knute, listen to the perspectives of several people who see the Supreme Court ruling in different ways.
So we're talking about wetlands. Now maybe you're sitting at home thinking, why should I care? We live in the Midwest. Well, two reasons. First, experts tell me there are several ways they can impact you. Second, you might be closer to one than you realize. Take, for example, here in the Lenexa City Center area, we're actually within just a couple of miles of the closest wetland. Shawnee Mission Lake is a popular Johnson County attraction, offering a place to take your dog for a swim, go kayaking, do some bird watching, or throw in a line, reel in a catch or two if you're lucky. But just off the main lake is perhaps a lesser-known portion of the park, although arguably even more picturesque.
We are here at a wetland that is connected to Shawnee Mission Lake.
Dawn Bueller is a Kansas river keeper with the group Friends of the Caw and the chairwoman of the Kansas Water Authority. So we turn to her to explain what wetlands are and what they do.
They're often referred to as the kidneys of our waterways. So they filter out pollutants before that water makes its way into another water body, such as a river or a stream.
She says that not only protects our drinking water, it also cuts down on costs.
When we pre-filter the water before it makes its way into the Kansas River, then that makes it easier to clean it through our drinking water plants, and it can reduce the costs for those systems.
Bueller adds wetlands also act as overflow areas to help prevent flash flooding during heavy rains. Previously, these bodies of water were protected by the Clean Water Act, but now those protections only apply to wetlands that are connected at a surface level to another body of water, such as a lake or a river. It's good news for this particular location, but it leaves other standalone wetlands out to dry.
Those would not be protected under the Clean Water Act.
While many environmentalists see this as a loss, there are plenty who are celebrating the decision from a personal property standpoint.
I mean, it's one of our freedoms as an American citizen. We're allowed to be free on our land.
Although Hayden Gutterman doesn't have any wetlands on his property, there are creeks and other waterways he says he works to protect.
I take a vested interest in protecting the water and the soil because that's what I make a living off of.
That includes building man-made terraces in his fields to slow the flow of water during heavy rains, limiting runoff into nearby streams. He also plants a cover crop of rye among his soybeans, not for harvest, but to grow roots in the soil year-round to serve as an anchor to prevent soil erosion.
So this brown grass, that was rye.
Gutterman hopes his style of farming shows, even with this ruling, it's possible for the agriculture and environmental communities to work together for the sake of the land. It's a philosophy Tom Jacobs with the Mid-America Regional Council, or MARC, can get behind.
But there's ample experience that has demonstrated how we can take care of our wetlands, maintain our watershed health, and achieve our other community goals all at the same time.
Planning and coordinating among agencies is central to what MARC does, so Jacob stands poised to help cities and counties navigate what this ruling could mean locally. However, because he says wetlands here are mostly in streamside zones and floodplains, it might not be as big of an issue for the metro.
Many of our local governments have policies and plans and regulations in place that govern how the land in floodplains and areas adjacent to our creeks is used.
This development actually was just approved by the City Council.
It's something Will Reuter knows all too well. As the Executive Vice President of the Home Builders Association of Greater Kansas City, he He's used to abiding by rules and regulations for new developments, like this one near Stillwell, Kansas. But till now, he said, the Clean Water Act was murky in what was and wasn't protected, leading to confusion for builders.
I think the biggest benefit for this ruling from a home building and land development standpoint is the clarity that it provides.
Reuter adds that could speed up the building process, which could translate to light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to lowering home prices.
You know, one of the things that has really hamstrung would-be home buyers is simply the lack of supply.
But even with this new freedom to develop certain areas, he says builders are still willing to work with the environment.
It's going to be a case-by-case basis, absolutely. I mean, you don't look at a piece of ground and say, boy, that'd look great if it was just flat as a pancake and covered in asphalt or cement. There's a vision associated with bringing these communities to place.
He adds that vision could involve building around any wetlands. For now, all our interviewees agree on one thing. This ruling is still relatively new, and it could take time for any challenges or clarification on how it applies to waterways in Kansas and Missouri to rise to the surface. Caitlin Knute, KSHB 41 News.